DMV. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's about we and God we trust. Sir Rod and Lady Z. PTP.
Positive thinking people. Positive thinking people.
All right. Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? Look, I'm breathing hard, moving around because I'm getting old, but I'm excited about what's going on tonight. We talk about Old Town Alexandria. I got some Old Town Alexandria cats in the house, man. Some dudes that they've been there, done it. Both of them are very dear to me. Some good people, man. That we're gonna talk about some things. But before I even get started, first of all, I just want to give a shout out to everybody in Old Town Alexandria and tell them how much I appreciate them. You know, we a collective family. Alexandria going through a transformation right now that's a little rough, and it is what it is. And shout out to Penny Frazier for the loss of her nephew. I'm a little late on the thing with her mom, but I just wanted to say, you know, Penny, much love and respect to you, and you know, you're a hell of a lady, always have been. And Penny, you and your family is Old Town Alexandria too. So let me introduce my guests. Guess who I got in the house today? Mr. Horace Williams and Mr. Mustafa Hakeem, aka Poochie. How y'all doing, fellas?
All right.
What's been happening? Talk to me. I'm gonna start with Poochie because Poochie, he been laying in the cut waiting to get in and talk about some things. What's been going on with you, man?
Yeah, just sitting back, chilling, man, and getting older, man. Try to live life to the fullest. My time is like my grandkids keep me going. You know, I stay out the way. You know, I see certain people. I talk to certain people outside that. No, but other than that, everything's going good for me.
I know that's right. Hey, matter of fact, all of us adjust your mics and pull them up a little bit closer to you because I wanted to make sure that people hear our sexy voices and stuff. You know,
Not sexy.
yeah. You know how we do.
Don't forget this part, Rob. Don't forget this part. Grown and sexy.
Oh man.
And you already know. Y'all already know that who that is. That's Mr. Horace Williams, one of the. I'm gonna call him one of the senior citizens of Old Town. How about that? Come on,
Yeah,
man.
you can give him that one.
You can give him that.
You can give him that one.
You know, it is what it is.
It is. It is what it is.
You know.
That's what it is.
You know. But going back, man, y'all might. I don't know if y'all know that Alexandria's changed a lot, man.
Yeah, that changed a whole lot.
You know, it's been a lot going on in that area, man, that doesn't include us.
No.
But hey, you know, I want to jump back for a minute. I want to go back to and Harsh, you don't mind that you're a little older than us, so
No.
yeah, okay. Back to Queen Street.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about Queen Street.
Well, actually, Queen Street was a major drug trafficking hub. You know,
Always have been.
and I want to say that, you know, in associated with my family and what we did there, and I said it was a drug hub because actually I can recall going to Queen and Fed Street for 1 hour, and I got like $1,500, and I'm finished for the day. It was that much trafficking activity.
So what really would concern me though for people, because I don't, you know, Alexandria is not. It wasn't just about drugs.
No.
We have our parents. Come on now, Miss Phoebe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your mom was all our mother. Who was in the little restaurant thing on the corner.
Yeah,
of Queen.
Phoebe's sandwich shop.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Who she made sure we stayed out of trouble. We had on Queen Street, we had the barber shop, Booker T.
Mhm.
What else was it? a long time ago, it was a movie theater right
Well,
there.
yes, it was
Because
a
the
movie.
original's on the corner.
Yeah.
Patrick and Queen, right on the corner. That's the original movie theater.
Yeah.
Patrick. Actually, the pool room in itself was a movie as well, wasn't it? Was that a movie theater?
No.
No, it wasn't.
Mm-mm. We only had that little block right beside.
No, okay, yeah, that was a machine shop. Somebody that was there for so long. Yeah,
But back then, you remember Mr. Mars had the pool hall upstairs. It was skin joints all up and down.
Dr. Buzzard.
Dr.
Hold
Buzzard.
on. But Mr. Mars also had what they call a shot house / after hour spot.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
So when we was coming up, it was almost like for real, we lived in that atmosphere like what we would think with Harlem Night. You remember how you could go there and it was partying and music, right?
Yeah.
And now the reason why I kind of, I didn't mean to interrupt you about the drug scene back then, because we know that it was a lot of drugs moving around back then, and it was easy to get in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
And many people was doing that because a lot of people didn't know that me and Poochie back in the day, we was hustling going strong, running behind the senior citizens like yourself.
Basically.
Senior citizen Horace Williams.
Yeah, but many of our brothers were doing different things, and as we know, shout out to Glenn Shepard, Jeffrey Lawhorn, your brother
Virginia Rudy, Jerry Williams, Pauline Williams,
Pauline
he Plum, it's Charles Ward, Skunk, just to name a few. I just want to say this too. There were drugs, but there was respect.
True.
Yes, I like that. Yeah.
And I want to, in addition to that, opposed to times now, we would get in a fight. Everything wasn't always cherry Larry.
No.
Right.
We would fight, but the next day we was back together.
There you go.
It's not like that.
Yeah. We did every now and then somebody got popped on Queen Street though.
Yeah.
Every now and then.
They got
up in Sargis. You remember at Sargis and it was something. So Queen Street was real life. Matter of fact,
fights started out of there.
Which you said?
A lot of fights started out of Sarge.
Oh yeah. Well, a lot of our parents ran up in the Sargis, right?
The Elks.
Excuse me. Okay, let's not forget, young guys. Let's talk about Bluebird.
Oh my goodness!
Bluebird.
My goodness!
Let's talk about the Bluebird.
Yeah, Bluebird was like it was crossed from Fields Curry, out.
Yeah.
Now that was another place though when you
major hub too, Fields Curry out.
Yeah, that was major.
But you had to be careful when you went up in Bluebird.
Oh yeah,
that's mandatory.
You didn't have you didn't have a lot of people could run up in there and just act a fool because you could get your head peeled going up in there back in the day.
Yeah.
It something though what was so unique about growing up in Old Town Alexandria for us, we had a sense of unity and family because the older Coon, your uncle, Coon used to see us and he'd snatch a knot in both of us at the same time.
That was him, Jack.
Huh?
That was him.
He didn't play.
Nephew.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he would pull both of us sometime and tell us to get up out of there and we better do it because he wasn't playing.
Oh, especially be up on the block.
Yeah.
Be up on that block, Jack. You get from up here.
But when we was up on the block though, coming up there at that time, just to name a few people, man, and God bless their soul that they've passed on. I'm trying to think his name. Tall guy. Come on.
No, not Fart Dotty.
Fart Dotty.
Like you ready to say Fart Dotty.
Fart Dotty.
Yeah.
Grapes. Just the name of them. Whitey.
Ward. Yeah,
Whitey Ward.
Yeah.
We talking about Cordell Belts.
Yeah. We can. I got up the man.
Well, man, sure.
Yeah.
Cordell was And him and Dirty June, my man.
Oh yeah,
Dirty June.
him and Dirty June, they used to run hard. And now that you brought up Dirty June, where Dirty June lived at?
Down the bird. I mean,
No,
John,
he
John
didn't.
Robinson.
John Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
John Robinson.
Yeah.
All our friends, basically, besides us, lived in the projects.
Yeah.
We might live in houses, but all our friends was in the
The
projects.
projects.
So we had no other choice but to go hang out with all the projects.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
And not let's don't get it messed up because they was considered the projects.
Yeah.
We lived across the street from them. We
Yeah.
wasn't living too much different from them at the time. You know what I'm saying? John Roberts was amazing with Miss Turner. You remember the tenant council?
Yeah. Miss Turner just
But
run
what
that.
about Miss Turner's husband? He was an activist.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and actually what he was, was a activist for human rights.
Don't forget Bernard Hunter.
And don't forget Boo Boo Evans.
Boo Boo.
Oh no,
Yeah,
Mr. Evans.
Mr. Boo Boo Evans.
Come on.
Yeah.
Hold on, Andy Evans.
Yeah.
Let's go. And you know what that brings us to, right? Buchanan Street.
Bam.
Buchanan
Not
Street.
the Buchanan Street
Man.
blockbusters.
That's exactly what it was.
Buchanan Street.
Buchanan Street and Cameron Street Pool.
Oh,
that was
yeah,
one.
yeah. You know, Mike Shep
Mm-hmm.
and Ricky McNeil used to get down there and show off with their diving when they was diving off the diving board.
Steve. Steve. Oh, yeah.
Catman.
Yeah.
Well, Catman was the oldest.
The oldest.
One.
Well,
He threw a football from here to Queen Street. Look. What was that dude's name? Steve. I know his brother's name was Catman.
when it was
It
Steve.
was Steve, yeah.
Yeah, it was
He
Steve.
lived on Buchanan Street also.
And also, man, it was just funny because it was like the activity was so amazing because you could go from Phil's Carryout to Lure Jim's
Mm-hmm.
and then go to Lure Tavern, 2:00 in the morning, get them little tiny hamburgers.
Or go to
yeah.
across the street to Bob Big's Boy
Yeah.
and come at the skate rink, eat for free. You be still sitting out, be across the street.
But what about back in the day at the skating rink?
That's what I'm talking about. Skating rink.
You know, and speaking of something, I don't want to be remiss and not mention this because y'all mentioned a few of y'all homeboys that were no longer with you. And
Mm-hmm.
on that note, excluding my family members, but you know, there's people like Wormley. Charles
Yeah.
Wormley.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You know, Petey, Lula Porter,
Mhm.
Oh man, Georgia.
George. It's,
Come on, Pete. We talking about Petey Willis. We had some major people that were really out there. But you know what? The other thing, we all were family,
Yeah.
regardless. Alexandria was a big family,
Mm-hmm.
all over, from Delray
Yep.
to the Bird to the South Side to Uptown to Cameron Valley.
With Alexandria, we had something to do.
Mm-hmm.
We always had something different. It wasn't
Yeah.
the pool, it was the bike trip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, we did that constantly, just about, it can
Oh,
be
yeah.
200 degrees outside.
yeah.
Ain't got no brakes. No.
Excuse me, let me say something.
Mm-hmm.
Regarding the pool on Cameron Street,
Mm-hmm.
you know, what I used to do when I was younger, I would invite people over at night and say, you know, I got my own pool in the backyard. And we just to go out at night and jump the fence. and-
Oh yeah, I know.
You
I
know,
remember.
We used to catch them also after the pool. You went home and changed clothes and we all were hanging down here. You're next. We would throw you right in the water.
You know, I was on Buchanan Street. Of course, I lived right behind the pool. So, you know, I thought it was mine. Why not? It's in the back of the house.
Buchanan Street, man. Buchanan Street, man. This is the funny thing, though. We had different streets that really represented something,
Yeah.
and Buchanan Street was like that. You had the Birds that was on Buchanan Street, the Evans that was on Buchanan
Yeah,
Street.
It was
Charlie Horse.
Nathaniel and his two sisters that was
Yeah.
no more like handicapped or whatever.
I know. I
Yeah.
remember Daniel. Mm-hmm.
Man, it was so many people.
It was so many people.
'Cause
And
my grandmother lived right across the street from him, like 224.
Mm.
Yeah.
On Buchanan Street?
Buchanan Street, that's where my mini stayed at.
My mini stay. I didn't know that.
When they got ready to tear that stuff down, that's when she got the house on Orinoco.
Orinoco Street.
Yeah, let me say something too, because I'm interested in this and something on my heart. You know, I'm noticing people having Cameron Valley get together reunions, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
They have a bird reunion. And I talked to my lifetime friend last night, Jackie Surratt. Okay,
Yeah.
when is there going to be a Buchanan Street Blockbusters reunion?
Come on.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of legacy remains to be spoken about on that street.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, Buchanan Street
yeah.
was. I don't know how to describe it, but like when you came up Buchanan Street, you can almost stop at every house
Yeah, you could.
on both sides.
Mhm.
My aunt used to live on my Aunt Ruth.
Yeah, Aunt Ruth lived there.
Yeah, Aunt Ruth is over there,
Yeah.
and
Lou Pooh Scales.
Pooh Scale.
Yeah.
But and just before I even get there, my cousin Junior, who lived on Buchanan
Yeah.
Street, I talked to him today. I was on the phone with him,
Mhm.
and he told me to make sure that I mentioned that he sent his love and to shout out to everybody in Old Town Alexandria, especially the Buchanan Street family.
Yeah, Buchanan
And,
Street was the jump.
He was like, "Yo, man, just make sure you tell him I said hello." It was just amazing, man.
Yeah.
And let me close that out, Rodney, too, if I may. I spoke with Jackie Surratt, and I understand it's in the process of being facilitated and, should I say, formulated, a reunion of Buchanan Street, right?
Mhm.
Okay, for those who out there that's associated with that, and I'm not going to call no names, and I'm not going to take any blame, but I don't know who you are. But if you would like my assistance in, you know, formulating a plan to bring about a reunion for Buchanan Street, then I'm open for that. And I would love to assist in that endeavor.
Okay, well,
Yeah, that'd be tight.
you know, I mean, overall, we have lost so many people, man. But we really need to just put something together, and I'm talking something major. I mean, I know I have done production before, and many times. I'm not going to stick my neck out there to say that I'm going to take that on, but I think that overall, instead of coming to the funerals, man, we need to really call it out. Call out Cameron Valley. Call out the Bird. Call out the Hole. Remember the Hole?
Mm-hmm.
Call out War Village. Call out Uptown.
Mhm.
Call out Southside. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
that's all around.
yeah, you know, let's talk a little bit about the schools that we were attending. Charles Houston.
GW.
Do you remember when Charles Houston was all black?
Charles Houston, Charles Houston was all Charles Houston, the original Charles Houston was Parker Gray.
In the beginning, yeah.
In the beginning, it was Parker Gray.
Yeah.
Till they moved it.
Moved on up.
Yeah, they made it a high school, right?
Yeah.
And I do have that picture too.
Well, that's why I meant
I
to
know.
bring a book. I got a book to talk really about Parker Gray and the history of it and how it
Mhm.
took place. And do y'all remember the Johnson's swimming pool?
Yeah. Who knew? Come on now.
Speaking of which, Stephanie Burke. I don't know if you remember Stephanie
No,
Burke.
yeah.
Mr. Johnson owned and operated that pool. And I recall Stephanie Burke's swimming. She was a great swimmer. She's a great person. I'm still in contact with her. And I did ask her, in fact, well, won't you, last time have you swum at all? And I don't think she has, but I just try to make people conscious of my message, which is your health is your wealth.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that pool.
So you know something else that back in the day that was really a area that played a big factor in the history of Alexandria, the Pendleton Street wreck.
Oh,
yeah.
yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Can I say something about it?
Oh, yes, sir.
Can I say something about the Pendleton Street wreck?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, once again, I'm just a little bit older than you all guys. My birthday's next week, and I'll be, 43.
You'll be 43 months
43.
behind.
Yeah. At any rate.
He said 43 plus 30.
Yeah. No, great. Say, hey.
You remember back then? Anyway.
Yeah.
Pendleton Street wreck. Okay. I can recall going there at night because they had the basketball usually on one half the court.
Mm-hmm.
Then when the dance started, they would clear out the whole gym.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I was very busy because I had three sisters that were using me as a dummy to hand dance. That's why I've been hand dancing since I was 6 years old. Right. And that's where we would go and they would practice on me to go to the dance at the rack. Right. So I say that to say, being the youngest, and of course the other guys, they were, I guess, never home. I was the scapegoat, the dummy, I guess, right? And which is great because I still can hand dance. I'm the best.
Well, you know something? When we get back to just the things that was going on in Old Town Alexandria, it was just a lot that to be thankful for. And I can personally say, shout out to the Payne Street family, where I grew up on the 500 block of Payne Street, which everybody, one way or the other, came through that block.
They had to.
And
Start from the bottom.
I mean, and we had the families there, the Willises, we had the Johnsons, we had the Porters, the Fergusons, Miss Harris and her daughter Shuri, the Atkins was on the corner. Man, I mean the Wallaces,
Black Joe and them.
Joe
Joe.
the Johnsons. Yeah.
What about little
Mr. Gaines?
Huh? Mr. Gaines.
About Mr. Gaines.
Yeah, Mr. Gaines was on the corner. Yeah, he
Yeah.
moved in after the Atkins moved out.
Yeah.
Mr. Gaines and Mr. Putman down from the apartments, man, they used to take care of us, bro.
Oh, yes, sir.
They used to take man. I mean, me and Poochie, you know, we went through that hustling stage, right? All of us, and I never forget them talking to personally to me and saying to me, you know what? Remember, you know, always take care of home. Don't come and mess around at home. So we used to find stuff, man. Poochie, I ain't gonna say everything, but we used to find.
Tell it all.
Can't tell it all.
No,
Can't tell it all.
car radios. Come on,
Spokes.
spokes,
Batteries.
whatever.
Look, you can tell us right now, Jack, I'm gonna get the battery.
We be right back.
Go get a pair of lock pliers. We take anybody's battery.
What about the Reed Theater?
Oh, McReed was the jump.
That's the one on King Street.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
I went there some.
I went there quite
I
often.
went there all the time.
You know,
Yeah.
Once it became integrated, of course, right?
Yeah,
For a long time it wasn't, you know.
No, well, I mean,
Yeah.
I thought it was really. We couldn't go there.
No, not back in the day.
No.
Not this way before us.
I didn't know that.
Because you ever notice that where the movie theater was? You remember that salon shop with the blue glass? One door over from
From where
from where the theater was. We never saw it open.
Yeah. Hold on a minute. Hey, Lady Z, did you call me? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I heard. I just want to let anyone
I
out
got
there
the
who
picture
might be paying
though.
attention, if you want to call in, you can call in on 703-798-7230 if you want to call in and add a little bit about the Old Town Alexandria history that we know as we know it. Get in on the conversation, but I just wanted to take this opportunity to go back and just talk about this place that was so profound in so many ways, from our grandmothers, our mothers. It was safe.
It was late then. We didn't have to lock no doors for real.
Yeah. And we didn't have to worry about too many. We had incidents where, you know, every now and then James Cheeks, remember?
Yeah.
We had altercations every now and then. Somebody would, you know, it'll be a mishap on something.
That's how that was.
But
we got along.
The Harrises on Queen Street, man. What about
the Hollands?
You had the Lucases.
The Lucases?
You had the Blakes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Blakes.
Jerry Blake and them.
Yeah.
Around the corner house.
Yeah. Maureen.
You know, you remember Bird too, don't you?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hey, you know who was? He was one of my favorite guys, man.
Who?
Bear.
Oh, that's my cousin.
Yeah.
Rudy.
Yeah, Rudy, straight gangster.
You already know.
Straight gangster.
Come on. Rudy was
That's
not
why
to
he
be
got the
played.
name Rudy.
Yeah.
Jimmy Rudy.
Yeah.
Stop playing.
You know? But
Virginia Rudy.
and also Mr. Dancy. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Dancy.
Dancy Barbershop.
Toby, the sport, bro. I mean, Toby Dancy, my main man.
I
Oh,
remember all of them.
me?
Because one side of Queen Street wasn't
No,
nothing but
but-
barbershop. The Khaki Cat thing.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know
that's what-
something? Hey, let me
Yeah,
apologize.
That's what I have been.
Let me
they used to hang out
apologize.
right there. And you can go in that joint. This nigga's going in and get cold sodas out the machines.
Mhm.
That
So-
was Queen Street. Everything
Yeah.
that's just about open.
Okay. Oh man. So really quick here.
What's
It says Angela
One
Conti.
lady.
She says she grew up on
Wild
Patrick Street.
Oh.
Angela Conti.
Ooh.
Hey, y'all, hold on a minute.
Mhm.
Maria Hughes grew up on Queen Street.
Yeah.
Maria and Connie and
Dorothy?
Yeah,
Dorothy.
Dorothy, yeah.
Oh, man.
Too.
We got Walter Shepard. He's what's up there, my brother? What's happening?
Sugarfoot.
Sugarfoot. Yeah,
That's my
but
man.
Sugar.
Yeah.
That's my family, bro. Dewan.
Sam Jr.
Maria said
Dewan.
why we started the Bird reunion because funerals were like reunion. Oh, she said that's why we started the
Who said that,
Bird.
Dorothy?
Who
said that, Dorothy?
No, Maria.
Oh, Maria. Okay.
And then Maria said you be 73. Hey, Maria bust you out,
Too
bro.
late now.
Maria said, don't forget. Oh, guess what? Maria hit something real hard. Guess what it is? The American Legion.
Oh,
damn.
Come on. Come on.
How we
I don't
do
know
that?
how we skip past that one.
Real quick, though, look. You mention the name you just mentioned to me with one leg.
Wild Bill.
Who?
Wild Bill.
Wild Bill.
You
On
know,
Queen
Oh,
Street,
yeah.
you remember that?
convertible Cadillac
Yeah.
running the building.
Yeah.
Gambler.
Yeah.
Most.
I was right here on the left hand side. Queen
Yeah.
Street.
One leg.
Mr. Dancy used to lay. Oh, he used to lay my hair out. Mr. Dancy could do some hair, bro.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He could
Oh,
do some
yeah.
hair. He could do some hair. We just had it was so much, man, that was going on. And you know the other thing that was so powerful. Remember, like if you was really looking for somebody, all you had to do is go to Queen Street.
Yeah.
That's it.
You
I
go.
want to tell you.
They're gonna come through. We used to come
They're
through.
gonna come
We
through.
come through there and do that 15-minute dab.
Yeah.
And before you know it, we going to see that person. You remember the dab.
Real quick though. When you go up there, get 10 $1 bills.
Why you get your $10 bills?
Just say you got $1, Mars.
Oh,
Got $1.
yeah. Oh, I know.
Yeah, that's dog.
Can you get 2, by the way?
You know something?
Oh, can I get $1.99?
You know, it was so much going on, and so many people, man. Just shout out to all the people who have passed on. I just want to say a special shout out to their deceased, but Harvey Gray and Travis Gray.
Yeah,
man,
okay.
they was
great.
Yeah, I think great too, yeah.
yeah. They was really amazing in our upbringing. I'm gonna tell you another real powerful family that was really doing a lot and making some noise. The Evans.
Oh
The
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mr.
Okay.
Evans.
Yes. Chris Evans' family.
Yeah. Andy was running. You remember Andy was running for sheriff?
Yep.
They were political in doing some things. And Miss
Brennan is also an activist.
Yeah, and Miss Turner from from the John Roberts.
Okay.
Miss Turner wasn't to be played with.
No.
I mean somebody else who used to be when we used to go to the tenant council.
Dances there too, didn't we?
Yeah, we used to party in the tenant council, bro.
The waistline jumps.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we
Waistline or a quart.
Yeah,
You couldn't beat that.
Yeah.
And we go in the bathroom, we smoke it up. It be hot as hell in there.
it did.
No air conditioning, no
air
fan,
conditioning.
and there's a room full of black people.
Oh man, but I mean, we had some wonderful times, and it was just Miss Helen Miller, Miss Helen Miller too.
Reggie Miller, my man, Trifine, Gwen, Millers. Yeah.
Man, we had just a lot of people, man. Just shout out to so many people that we grew up with, man. It was amazing, man. I just could just name off a few people, man, that's still around, and you know, and they're active in my life one way or another. Conti, Pastor Conti, he's doing amazing things in the city throughout.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot. I'm going to say shout out to Tina and Sharon Moore from Del Rey, Jackie Porter, Kern, and let me see. It was just a ton of people. Lisi and Dee Dee from Del Rey. Yeah. Denise Archer, Michelle Archer, Altoya,
Lil Willie.
Oh, come on, bro. Lil Willie. Let's talk about that.
Shoes.
Come on.
Shoes.
Man, when you talk about the basketball players, come on, name out some. Lil Willie.
Daryl Turner.
Donnie Meat.
Johnny Piggies.
Come on, we talking about
James Bullock. BB.
Jeffrey
Greg Hurst.
Mm-hmm.
Jeffrey Curry.
Curtis and Curry.
Curtis and Curry.
Staten.
Yeah, both of them brothers.
My brother, Jeffrey Longhorn.
Look, excuse me 1 second. Please. Johnny Piggies played tennis, basketball, football. 3 sport after he entered scholarship to Fayetteville State University. We graduated together. He's passed and went on too, and I miss him every day. There was a lot of people coming through our ranks that in their era, they would have been playing in the NBA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, we had people coming through, like my cousin Mike Shep, who, man, he was on that tennis court.
Oh, yeah.
He was a monster.
That was something that is like when we was coming up, every summer it was something different.
Yeah.
Like, one week is yo-yos. Mm-hmm. The ball might be the paddle ball. Then
the slinkies.
Then you start wearing the tennis suit. Then we all started doing tennis. Mm-hmm. It was like every summer something different came up. So it's something we had to do.
You know why though? It was leadership, and where a lot of that leadership came from. Come on.
Right here.
No, it came from the Alexandria Boys Club.
Yes, sir.
First and foremost, Alexandria Rec Department.
Yeah, you had chemistry was a dope too.
Yeah, and you had the Hopkins House.
Yeah. And speaking of which, you did indicate Alexandria Boys Club.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I brought
what you got? What you got right there?
I got a T-shirt here, and actually, I don't know. This date may be wrong, but it indicates Alexandria Boys Club, 1966, 1967. You may see me right in the middle. You see Lewis Chamberlain. You see the little boy that live on Payne Street too. What Chucky?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Jackie Harris is on there. Amon Comfort, Archie is on there. Terry Dixie, Ricky Williams, Petey, and Ricky Brooks.
Man, that's history, bro.
Okay. Yeah. I was the starting point guard.
Come on, Joe.
Me and Petey Jones and Terry and Monkey Man.
Monkey Man.
Monkey Man.
Yes.
Wait, once again, track, basketball, football. 3 sports
that he was
phenomenal.
Yeah. And let me tell you we talk about family names and things of that nature. What about the Power Boys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, my man.
The Power Boys, man. We had different families of individuals who played a significant part in our history by their names. Yeah. Those were, I think they had the most brothers.
Well, 7 of them.
Man.
Yeah. and the worst thing was back in the day, if you mess with one of them, you had to see all of them.
They get stolen one of them.
That was back in the day.
Yep.
Shout out to a lot of people. Let's go to the new projects. Tommy Parker, Jasper McCargo, Ronnie McNeil, Roscoe Ellison. I'm trying to think of my man Cowboy. Remember
Cowboy?
Right?
Natalie.
Yeah.
Peanut Turner.
Sherman.
Bobby Slate.
Pinky Slate.
Yeah.
So many
people in
the Glenn Jarrett, Don Jarrett, Tommy.
Definitely Tommy. He's my age, my era. Tommy,
Yeah.
the oldest one.
Yeah, man, we had so many people, man, that just came through the area that were phenomenal in our development as individuals, and it was fun.
You don't know the fun we had.
You know, and speaking of which, last year, by the grace of God, I had a chance to do one of the things that I've been wanting to do, and that was a Christmas children's toy giveaway, which of course assisted mothers and assisted children that were underprivileged, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So, and with that being said, that's just one of my goals, because it's simple. My vision, that is, because it's change, it's projects. There's goals and spiritual maturity. And that's what I live by, according to God's will for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted so Maria put something else out there. She said, "Oh yeah, remember the Hopkins house? The girls went there because they couldn't get into the boys' club.
That's a good piece.
The Hopkins house. Remember, the Hopkins house was a little.
It was like a little house,
little narrow house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so how about this? Do y'all remember old lady Caledonia?
Yeah. Caledonia lightning.
Yeah, but she would chase you.
The chases.
Didn't you tell?
Caledonia lightning
and Queenie Mae.
Queenie Mae.
Queenie Mae get drunk and be on the street. She be in her bra and drawers.
Look, that was a good time to talk about mental health.
Yeah, that was seriously.
Hey, bro. Yeah, hey, Queenie Mae she wasn't to be played with, boy.
Lightning wasn't either. You make a little old man, Jack, but you go mess with him. Man, we used to just be laughing, running around cars.
I want to share one other thing too, if I may. Let's go back to coming up with sports, right?
Okay.
And I'm gonna give my journey. Everybody give a journey because everybody played ball.
Everybody played sports.
I didn't play. I didn't.
You didn't participate in any physical activity? Was basketball, football? Daddy pick it up, or?
But when I tell you my story, you're gonna laugh at me. But I'm gonna tell you this.
No, let me drop.
Go ahead.
I know you played some ball. Yeah, okay.
Daddy pick it up.
Look, this is how it went growing up in Alexandria. First, you played the 70-pound or the 110-pound under Alexandria Rec Department. There was Lucky, there was Jackie Mason as coaches.
Yeah.
For us, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but what me and Petey did, we stepped that game up. We went to play for the Alexandria Boys Club. You know why? Because we would travel. Alexandria Rec Department just stays in Alexandria. We was in Eastern, Southeast DC, Maryland.
Yeah.
Well, you had Mr. Russ, who he used to look out for y'all, or look out for all of us.
Yeah. No, let me share the last one. We had uniforms and warm-ups and stuff, and the travel. Because when you travel, you're meeting various competition.
Yeah.
And we needed that just to be idle here in Alexandria. No, that's what made us better players. With Monkey Man. Even Jackie Ross played with us one year, too. Bird, Harry Hughes.
Okay. Yeah, Harry Hughes.
Giving them number of concussion.
Yeah.
Hey, but when it really comes down to it, man, it was amazing what was going on back in our younger days, man. Kudos to all the parents. All the parents were responsible for raising all of us, one way or the other. It was just amazing from John Roberts from Buchanan Street to the South Side, going down to the Bird, going down to Low's Crouch, going up to the Hole, going up to First Street, going to Delray,
Westover.
I remember going across the Monroe Bridge.
Yeah, before they did
it.
Right.
Huh?
The British YMCA.
Yeah, the YMCA was there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we used to hop the trains to get from
one side to the other.
All you had to do, you could hop the train, go to the gate on Buchanan Street.
Oh yeah.
On Buchanan Street, you slide through the gate.
That's it.
Jump on the train and ride it all the way down to the big yard, and you in Delray.
Yeah. And let me add to that too. Of course, I really enjoyed my childhood and growing up in Buchanan Street. You know, there's one major entity that I did enjoy, and that was the infestation of rats.
It was down by the
It was
water.
so
Yeah,
rats.
But
which
you
we
knew,
used to call dockside.
but
Yeah.
you know why they was down there, right? You remember they used to have that slaughterhouse down there.
Mm-hmm.
Is
They
that
used
why
to,
it was
yeah,
down
they
there?
used to. It was a slaughterhouse down there that they used to kill, slaughter horses and
Mhm.
dogs and
It
all kinds of
also
stuff.
was slave trade down
Yeah,
there too.
a lot of people don't know about that.
Yeah, it's slave trade.
That was a slave trade in the area.
I have that picture, exactly that picture.
Mhm.
Well,
King
you know,
Street, you know.
I did some follow up on that as well. The slave trade was that, and it actually the auction block many times was up at the Masonic Temple, and they would march the slaves from down by the river up Duke Street, all the way up Duke Street to take them to the Masonic Temple, and then auction people off. And a lot of those houses, that's why they're historical houses down there, because some of them houses were used as areas to hold slaves. So
let me piggyback off there with you. Actually, I had the liberty of visiting a house on Payne Street. It's called the Freedom House. Actually, I went there with OAR, and actually, which is associated with a lot of brothers that's returning citizens / ex-offenders, right? And it was our field trip. And it's called the Freedom House, right? And this is where one of the places they sold the slaves at. We toured the whole house, all the pictures, and then the last thing we did, we went downstairs and they still had the cells where they were holding the slaves. If you haven't already been to this place, it's on Payne Street. It's called the Freedom House. And that's another place where they house the slaves.
yeah,
I need to go check that out.
hey, it's a lot of history, good and bad. A lot of things happen. It's some couple of names that I just wanted to do a shout out to and say thank you to certain individuals. I'm gonna tell you somebody else who was really, really amazing. Miss Quanda. Miss Quanda.
Miss Quanda.
The principal.
Yeah, yeah.
She had that paddle. What was her name? Big Sis.
Yeah,
She had the
remember
paddle,
that.
and she would whoop you with that mug and call your mother.
Oh yeah.
And call your mother on the phone, and she said, call my mother Molly. I just tore his butt up. He was showing off, and then I get home and get another whoop.
Look, I was going to say there's part 2 to that.
Yeah, it's part 2.
You get home, and okay,
Yeah,
let's
no.
again. Yeah.
I had got so many letters sent home when I was a kid. I used to sign them, take them back. So one thing I think I didn't know, I don't think my sister knew either what a conference meant. We skipped all past that. So I would go ahead and sign it. So one Friday, I went in there, she called me to the office. She said, "But your mother ain't been up here yet." Just got on the phone and called her. That woman wouldn't have let me put out a stack of joke like that. My woman said, "He been signing." And then when we had got a job, we used to see him when we worked at S&W off of Duke Street.
Yeah.
Y'all working together?
Yeah.
Oh man, but look, we're going to talk about something else.
Yes or no? Was y'all working together? Y'all two was working together?
Oh, yeah, man. We used to do everything together back in the day.
Okay.
The Den. What about the Den, Poochie? So me and Poochie started doing house parties, and it was RP Production. Stood for Rodney and Poochie. So what we would, so what we would do, we put together, we made some speakers out of some dressers, some little dresser
nightstands.
Nightstands.
It was nightstand.
And my brother Glenn Shepard, he gave us
the speakers.
No, he gave us the receiver,
the
Fisher.
Yeah.
He gave us that Fisher receiver. And then
this big.
And it used to get so hot that we had to fan it. Because
it take the big TV.
It had big TV tubes in it.
Okay. Put it in there. Okay.
And we used to throw house parties, but we used to go down to the record den, God Forgive Us, and put these army jackets on.
I know.
And go in there and we'd buy 3 albums and walk out with 7.
Yeah.
So we go take them all out the slot and move them over, and then we walk around the ones that we want to get and stack them up over here, and then got the jacket on your shoulder, and you just.
And that's interesting too, because I've shoplifted before.
Yeah.
Well, back then, it wasn't so much like, I don't know, because it wasn't right. But I'm just saying, we didn't really commit really big crimes. Our older brothers may have been a little different, but we did little petty things, but most of our we had individuals like Mr. Gaines and Mr. Putman who they would pull us aside and talk to us,
sir. Give us a
heads up and let us know, what you're doing is wrong. I had the blessing of growing up on Payne Street, where I had Mr. Ben, Mr. John, Mr. Johnson, Mr. Willis, Mr. Ferguson, Mr. Harris, all of those gentlemen who really was a part of my character and the man that I am today, based on them and their guidance, and not to put past all the mothers that were all our mothers, one way or the other. How I met Horace. Horace was older. Horace was always thinking he was Playboy #1 coming around there. Look. He always come around there profiling one of the prettiest girls in town. Lulu Porter. Lulu was knockout gorgeous
back then.
Yeah. You had your ladies that was like, they was just straight up gorgeous, man. We had quite a few ladies that came up like that. Go ahead, bro.
You want some tissues?
But yeah, man, we had a lot of love, man, and I miss a lot of those people, man. Vita Ferguson, Pay Ferguson.
I miss the old guy.
I miss Vita.
Yeah,
Light-skinned, right?
Yeah,
she was a hustler too.
No, she was gorgeous too.
She was gorgeous. She would get hers.
Yeah,
by any means.
Yeah, Yeah, but after a while, that she got older. Yeah, she ended up getting killed up in New York, I believe. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you somebody else who was really profound, moving around, making things happen in different areas. Belinda Waller.
Yeah.
They called her Shorty, but Belinda was always, she used to get on my case all the time, and always telling me to stay out of trouble and things of that nature. Michelle Willis, Gail Willis.
Gail is still living too. I
haven't seen her.
I ain't seen Gail in a long time.
I haven't seen her either.
But I run into Diane, the one was driving bus.
No, that's Michelle.
Is that Michelle?
Yeah.
So
with a fine self.
I run into him periodically. One of the Willises. You know?
Diane. Yeah. I run into. I see Diane off. I'm gonna tell you some other people. There was and Annette Jones, Cheryl Jones, Lisa Jones, the Punch. Where they was the Punch. They was something.
You ever heard about the Clark sisters up there in what they call that street that runs right off Alfred Street? What's that section over there? You remember when they used to play basketball? Straight back like you going to go over the bridge, right across from the.
Oh, you talking about up on First Street?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They used to call it something, Bradford Lane. Remember that?
Oh, you talk about Bashford Lane.
Bashford Lane.
Yeah.
What they call it? Eastover or something?
Eastover was where the basketball court is at.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's Easter. That's Colonial Avenue.
In Bashford Lane.
Yeah. All that run around. Yeah.
What again?
What I just said was.
I don't know, but I thought Westover. Yeah, Westover.
Yeah, we used to play basketball up there.
Yeah,
and after a while they put a tennis court up there. Yeah, I used to live on Bashford Lane.
Yeah,
next to what's his name?
Rick.
It was Westover.
It
was amazing, man. That again, like I said, coming up in Old Town Alexandria. A lot of people, if I ever got my hands on a large sum of money that I could afford to reenact Queen Street, when I'm talking about on a Friday night, when you went up there, everything was popping, and it started kicking really in about 11:30.
Oh yes, sir.
you know, you go in the skin joint
Mm-hmm.
and get you some beer, or you know, you want to get a nickel bag or whatever it was.
That's what it was.
And it was back then we was safe because we had our older generation to look
somebody
out
was
for
looking
us,
out
man.
for us.
They was looking out for us, you know. And if we got wrong, they put us in our place, man. I just say kudos to all those spirits, all those people, man.
Even all the old dudes, man. I used to talk with them all the time. All of them gone now, but you tell me the same thing. I mean, yeah, just all here and just talking and shit. You do this and that. So when I come past and I'm just like trying to get the little wine stuff up, I'll help them.
So
I'll help them.
let me tell you something. I'm gonna go back this. So you remember the time, man? We went around to 7-Eleven and stole the bottle of Mad Dog 2020 for the first time.
Yeah, man.
Oh my god.
My first time, so y'all got drunk.
Man,
Yeah, definitely was 20%.
Yeah, my mother found me laying at the front door, left me there. I had threw up.
Oh yeah, damn shit.
And Poochie.
Oh, that was that night that we walked all the way from Del
Rey.
Yeah, we walked straight down D. We was drunk as hell.
We was drunk as I don't know what.
But Joni supposed to took you home.
But I don't know what they did. And it says, oh, okay. Oh man, I'm sorry. Let me see. So, oh, hey, that's right, Penny. Miss Blues.
Oh yeah, Miss Blues.
Miss Blues store. Yeah.
Miss Blues.
Miss Blues, and it says the bench in remembrance of Martin Luther King. Tina Moore said, "Hi, Poochie."
Hello.
Yeah, I mean, it was just so much, man. And it says there was a chocolate funk band behind Charles Houston.
Yeah, remember, Lisi's cousin used to play. Tay used to play the bass.
And let me tell you something else. It is still here.
Yeah.
Blue and white.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, still
blue and white been there forever.
Let me say this. Working in DC in 2 different jobs, I meet people all the time. And I said, where you from, bro? I'm from Alexandria. I said, man, I was over in Blue, and when I got that pork chop sandwich, man, Jesus Christ, oh my.
Oh. And there was a correction. With the Power Boys, there were 9 boys.
It was a big
and they
Bobby
had,
was the first
they
one
had 3 sisters. It says, and
sisters?
I don't remember sisters.
I don't remember any sisters.
I don't either.
I don't remember no sisters either.
I don't remember the sisters.
Maria.
It says the Paulus are my cousins. They were 9 boys. No, they ain't had no sisters. She said I have 3 sisters and no brothers. That I know. I got it. Correction. She said the Pollard boys were my cousin. There were 9 boys. I had 3 sisters, no brother. So we considered ourselves sisters and brothers. Okay, I got that. I'm gonna tell you some other people, man, to just shout out to, and you know, that they were around, man. Remember the Dancy Girls?
Katrina Dancy.
Pretty Eyes.
Yeah, Pretty Eyes.
Her daddy worked up on Queen Street.
Yeah.
And one of the barbers from Queen Street still alive, Blade.
Yeah. You know, you mentioned Dancy, so we'd be remiss if we didn't say Razor Blade.
Yeah, you got to say Razor Blade.
Lewis.
Yeah.
Booker T.
Sir, he's on one still standing.
Yeah, Booker T's barbershop. Yeah.
Oh, Penny was saying markers are being posted in Alexandria now. There is a bench at the Masonic Temple, which you remember we used to go up there and ride down the hill.
Yeah, down here on cardboard.
Yeah. Ride your bicycle coming down there. Buchanan Street. Not Buchanan Street. What was it? What's that street?
That King Street.
No, I'm talking about the other street that came down.
Ball Street?
No, the street that come down from Minnie Howard.
Oh, King Street.
That was King Street.
Not King Street, it's another one.
Oh, you talking about the back way of Braddock Road?
Braddock Road, yeah.
BB used to run that hill. Him and Thea James and Fred Dogan, they used to run that hill.
I remember we coming down on our bicycles on that joint, man. And the joint used to have sand on the joint. Man, get your brakes on. We sliding all the way down the hill. You know?
And then again, Angela, she brought back up the tenant council.
Yeah.
Again, that was
That was the spot.
It was the spot.
It was like everybody right there.
Yeah, it was amazing, man. But back in the day, man, again, it was just something, man, for us to grow up in it. And when I think about it, it was just a big safe zone.
That's what it was.
It says, oh, yeah.
I got it. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, we actually going to, you can pull it up. Give it to me.
There you go.
Give it to me. There you go. And, you come get it.
So you want to come get it?
Yeah. But we just want to say shout out because we getting ready to shut it down. I want to say shout out to all the families from Alexandria. If we could just kind of just call off names, the Shepherd family, the Evans family, the Pollard family, the Willis family, the Johnson family,
We got the Harrises. Well, I got to put my main man in there. He's deceased now, James Mann.
Oh,
That's my large brother. That's a good dude.
Yeah.
Man, we had Paul Smith.
Oh yeah. I remember Paul.
Black Paul.
Paul.
Yeah.
We just had so many
people,
man.
Tyrone Cloud.
Tyrone McLeod, Tyrone Hughes, Charles Hughes. Yeah, man. It was Darrell Belts, Dino Belts, Ronnie Banks, Junebug, Lenny Harris, all of them, man.
Kenny Hankins.
Kenny Hankins.
You talking straight out of the fan.
Yeah.
Big Jimmy gone.
I remember.
Right?
What about Steve Ingram? Johnny Ingram.
Oh, Johnny is in Maryland.
But Steve, he died a long time ago.
Died.
Yeah, I remember he died a long time ago. We just had so many
the Pearsons.
And the Birds.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Miss Bird and
there's so many people on that joint, man. It was like when you walked, you knew everybody. Yeah. Everybody knew who you was,
Yeah.
So it wasn't like no scared spot to go to. Because we went everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, and back then we all gave respect, and we got respect. That's why some of us was able to go in somebody else's neighborhood and wouldn't have to worry about nothing.
Well, me and Poochie could go anywhere we wanted. We go to Cameron Valley. We go down in the hole.
Hang on.
Don't think that they wouldn't run up on us.
No, and Drew. Hang out Drew.
But many times when they did, we were accepted into the areas because we didn't bring drama. We might be coming to visit some females, but we didn't bring no drama.
Smoke.
And we always did have something with us.
Yeah,
so we carried it pretty good. But shout out to all the individuals, man, and we just want to.
Yeah, let me give a shout out to from everybody cool on that. I want to give a shout out always first and foremost my God, because without Him I would be nowhere today.
You're right.
God saved me from myself. Okay. Always want to give a shout out to my better half, Maria Hughes. I can't say enough. We don't have enough time for me to talk about her. She's been very instrumental in my personal training company. She's a spiritual advisor, for me and my direction in my pursuit of happiness, and continue my education goals. Because she's done all of that, so I'm like really shadowing her.
Yeah.
She's done a lot. Going forward, Monique, my niece, this is not your shirt. I know you think you don't know with the TC Williams, but I'm rocking this TC Williams gear I said Titan, fight, Titans, fight. That's Alexandria in its most purest form. Monique Stewart, I love you to death, and your husband. Look, shout out to my director in Washington, D.C., Mr. Jeffrey Richardson, who I love dearly. I've been over there 3 years. who I love dearly. And all my family there, we the people, in addition to a new person that came into my life, Kim Harris. She's one of the ladies that's responsible for me working at Washington Commanders ballpark, stadium, so to speak. And I have 9 more games left with the Commanders and the Army Navy game. So I'll be going back probably to work the next home game. At any rate, shout out to, of course, my children, Tasha, Preacher, Shanika. Preacher's in transportation. Shanika is in hair, and she's in bartending, management bartending. Tasha is into event planning and travel, right? So I want to give a shout out to my kids because I've never been there before.
Yeah.
But I'm here now, and I'm here to stay.
And that's something a lot of us again, we're in a different time where we have an opportunity to make a difference. I want to say something publicly too.
Let me drop the last thing. With that being said, I have a public announcement. Of course, working 2 jobs in DC, I've seen a lot, and I want to share this with everyone. Alexandria, Maryland, DC, everyone that don't think it won't happen to you. The carjacking and people stealing your car. Because it happened to one of my best friends, him and his wife. It happened to my director. He was pulling out, they hit his car, he jumped out to see what was wrong. They beat him, they drug him, they beat him. They took his jewelry, his briefcase, his phone, and his car. And he called me when he got to the hospital.
Yeah.
So don't think it won't happen to you. Tell your friends and your loved ones
to be careful.
Especially your lonely ladies out there with your head in the sky. Bring it down and look what's going on around you. Because they are preying on women. They'll take your dog, your baby, your car, and everything else.
Believe me. And when he said that, we was a victim of a carjacking on May 8th.
Okay, this is the person I was referring to, him and Zena.
Yeah. We got carjacked 5:30 in the morning, man. Yeah. But I wanted to say something publicly too, and then because we ran over. When I went into the Marine Corps, I left behind somebody who was really, really significant in my childhood and played a big part in some of the decisions I made moving forward. And it was just, his friendship was very, very unique. And that's Poochie. This guy,
road dogs. Road dogs.
Yeah. No, I wanted to say that because I know we went through a phase where we didn't really communicate. And it wasn't that I thought I was better or anything like that. But sometimes you forget where you came from. Yeah. And he had to call me one time and tell me that. He was like, no. So I wanted to say publicly, man, I love you, man. And I appreciate all that we went through together. That meant a lot to me. I used to carry myself very well because of some of the things we experienced together. Your friendship was very well appreciated. And when we was supposed to be doing what we do, the reason why, when you talk about music, I couldn't let this go without saying that this dude is the music guru.
I'm still at it.
Yeah. He's still doing it.
I'm still at it.
Yeah. Okay. He can call the music, he can find it. He got everything in his music collection.
You got a nice collection. You got the actually records.
He got the records, CDs. He got it all.
You ain't got no 8-track.
Yes, I do.
Huh. He had a reel to reel. Wait, you still got the reel to reel?
Yeah, I got rid of it. I had too much equipment in the apartment.
Yeah. But I just wanted to say, man, I love you, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, me and you go back. So if I didn't hear nothing from me, it was no call, hello. I'm cussing you out off the break. But it's just, I don't know. Maybe I wasn't ready to go anywhere yet. And you was going to go on the Marines and stuff. Like, I really didn't like that because you was going to leave me. So I had to keep my little hustle on. But my little hustle on was getting my ass in trouble. Because I'm thinking I was destined to get that.
Let me ask you a question. So in the event that you could do it all over again, would you have followed suit and went in the Marine behind you?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
And I can honestly say if he had. See, what people don't know is we went down there together.
Oh, did you? He backed out though.
Yeah.
Let me say something. Let me say one thing. Let me say one thing. Let me say this one thing too regarding this whole conversation. You know, a lot of my friends and family, they won't call me. You know why? Because they know what my thing. I'm into fitness. You know, I train 6 days a week, sometimes 7. You know, it's not one of my occupations. It's my passion. You know, my message is the same. Delay the aging process while enhancing your lifespan as a direct result. And the message also train for life. You work out for life.
As you say, your health
It's
is
your
your wealth.
That's it.
One more
come
before we
on,
close
come
out.
on,
I gotta
come
hit this. I gotta hit this too, Rod. Y'all think this plan? You think plan? I said we ain't giving up no but concussion.
That's all.
Yeah, hit in the mouth. Yeah, okay. And we go back so far, they might be talking about Commanders. This hard swing, but we talking about Redskins. Because I'm from that era. That's where it will always be Redskins. Okay, first and foremost.
Hey.
Okay? Yeah.
You already know.
Sure.
Shout out to everybody in Old Town Alexandria.
Excuse me.
It's people to people, power to power,
Excuse me.
power to power, and positive thinking people. And
Drop the mic.
we gonna we out of here.
Rodney, drop the mic.
Yes, it's dropped.
Rodney, drop the mic.
It's people to people, the people podcast of the DMV. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's about we and God we trust. Sir Rod and Lady Z. PTP.